The Dji Romo is here. Finally get to see the Dji Romo. After all this time, they have finally released it. It's only available in China, so anything in the Asia Pacific area. So it's not, it doesn't look like it's going to be available in North America. Let me just check something here. Now, this is all in Chinese. So, let me see if I can even... Let me see if I can translate this. Alright, here we go. Perfect. We got the translations. Excellent. They have the video up, so we can check the video too as well, which is really cool. It doesn't look like it's gonna fly, so I thought it was gonna fly around the house. So, spoiler, it does not fly, unfortunately. But, let me see, Dji Romo Robot Vacuum Water Tank version. So there's a lot of things here that are particular to China. So so yeah, take that in mind. There's a lot of stuff there that that just pertains to China. So this version here, let's go to pictures really quick and then we'll watch the video, unless we want to watch the video first. Let's watch the video first and let's go and go crazy with this Dji Romo. We've been waiting for the video, so let's go directly to the video. Let's pop this open. Let me just see something here really quick. All right, let's go. Let's do this. All right, here's the video. It's in Chinese, so I'm going to try to stop whenever. Oh, so there you go. You see the first visualization of the home base of the vacuum cleaner and then the actual robotic vacuum coming out. It's got a little, it looks like it has a little smiley face. By the way, I like this transparent base, like the transparency on the design. It's interesting, something new. So this looks like it might be the obstacle avoidance or the LiDAR. By the way, I'm hearing the thing. I don't know if you guys hear, but I'm just gonna put the music a little bit because the guy's talking in Chinese. So you can see there, it's also got a little light. So when it's under the bed, it's got the light LED with the LiDAR detection, as you can see at the bottom. So it could scan in at night or dark areas, and it could see what it's vacuuming. That's interesting. Very, very similar to all the drones DJI has been releasing. So you can see here, this graphic is showing all the little dots. Basically, it's kind of like that LiDAR infrared, what the vacuum sees, so what the computer sees behind the scenes. Here you could see, I guess it's based on what it's mapped out from the LiDAR. It could see everything in the room. So there's the water, I'm guessing, and some kind of substance, maybe soap. There's I guess the mapping of the where it's going while it's cleaning. Because I'm assuming this is not only vacuuming, but it's also cleaning. Like, let's say the carpet or some kind of like the surface floor. I think it's almost, I guess, cleaning it with soap and water, maybe. So here's the bottom of it. So the front has the vacuum cleaner, as it brushes in all the materials and it sucks it in. And then in the back, it's kind of has two brushes, and I'm guessing that's where it's letting out the soap and the water, and then it's just kind of brushing it out, from what I understand. Very cool how it maneuvers through the house and avoids anything that may look like you could see the toys from the kid, all the little Legos and all that little pieces. It knows not to take those, not to vacuum those. So that's very, very cool. I'm thinking something there about cleaning and energy, perhaps. All right, so here's the app. Very cool. So DJI releasing its first cleaning service robotics, the DJI Romo. Very interesting, and like I said, it looks like it's only available in Asia, because it's nowhere to be found under the DJI store in North America or Europe. Unless I am mistaken. Let me just check something. Let me go back to the store. And let's check. Let me see, United States. No, in the United States it's not available. Let's check. Let me see here. Let's go to Europe. Let's go to France. Let's see if it's available in France. No. So I think it's only available in the Asia Pacific. So China. And I think, let me see, it said maybe Australia it's available. No, I guess not. So this is only in Asia. Let me see. Singapore. No. So let's go back to... So there you go. Dji Romo. I'm gonna have to switch this to English so I can understand exactly what they're saying. All right. And by the looks of it, we are looking at what is that? 6,799 yen. So it's like about what, $1,000 USD for the vacuum cleaner. And these are all these things based on what China is offering as far as there's all sorts of kind of payments in here. Let me see if we could get any details on specs. So there's the Dji Romo P Robot Vacuum Water Tank version, which is the $6,799 price. And then there is a Dji Romo P Robot Vacuum Automatic Water Supply. And then up here it says families with children or pets choose this version. Alright, let me just go to this one. Let me see if I can get any information on this. Here we go. Okay, so we got some English stuff here from the video that we can kind of go over it. So learn more. Good eyesight means no jams or collisions. Equipped with the same obstacle avoidance system as the flagship drones. It is equipped with binocular fisheye vision sensors and 3 wide-angle solid-state laser radars, making it able to clearly see even complex scenes. No need to be supervised at home. You can leave the cleaning tasks to do without any worries. Minimal aesthetics, add style to your home. The Dji Romo P's transparent cover clearly showcases its precise mechanical structure and meticulous craftsmanship. Infuse your most important space with a modern yet comfortable aesthetic. Yeah, actually, pretty cool. The transparent cover. There's one that I saw. It has the white cover and it has the logo on it. But the transparent one it's interesting because you don't want to see the inside. It's always like the dirty stuff on the inside of any vacuum cleaner. You never want to see the inside. It's all dirty. But from what it looks like, if they're keeping this thing clean inside, that's why they're showing it. Can take a high pressure hot water bath. The base station is maintenance free for 200 days. Wow. Its basic responsibility to keep you out of the way. DJI pioneered high pressure hot water flushing technology as integrated large suction port that prevents the mop tray from clogging, and multiple functions such as high temperature drying to eliminate accumulated dirt and odors at the source. All right, so this thing is just cleaning up on its own. And what it says here, I mean, you don't have to do anything for 200 days. Hands can think and clean without blind spots. The flexible dual robotic arms can think independently based on the local real-time map and the flexible fitting algorithm. They can flexibly expand and retract according to the different terrains, achieving 100% fitting to corners and sweeping away dust hitting the corners of walls and table legs. So those little legs, as you see on the bottom, the front and the back, they extend outwards as this thing is moving around the house, which is really cool. See, so it's not just staying inside the radius or the circle of the body of the vacuum. It also extends outwards just to get a little bit of those corners, as you can see on the video. When it hits one of those corners, it extends out just a little bit. All right, so now we're talking about, I guess, the dust. So 25,000 PA dust-free suction, zero dust residue in gaps. Okay. The high-performance motor inside the robot uses a 9-blade metal fan combined with a specifically optimized air duct design. The air intake is doubled at the same gear, creating an astonishing 25,000 PA vacuum pressure, which can suck away all the dust in the gaps. I'm not too familiar with that, but I'm guessing it's top class, whatever it is in the suction category. Portable large water tank, wet mop to remove stubborn stains. So yeah, so the back has the brushes, which if there are any stains on the floor or on the carpet, I'm guessing it's going to be able to clean it. The machine has a large 164 milliliter water tank, which keeps the mop moist even when cleaning large areas, preventing the mop from drying out. It also flexibly adjusts the water level according to the situation, ensuring every area of your home is cleaner. Super long hair, no problem. All right, so so for the ladies that are leaving all the hair behind, or perhaps pets, that carpets, floor, you have long hairs or whatever it is. The middle brush adapts a double cantilever spiral structure driven by two high torque motors. It can not only detangle long hair, but also easily handle dust and large particles such as peanut shells. Wow. It's very quiet. The house has become clean. DJI pioneered a triple layered silencer cabin, which is quiet and does not disturb people. By carefully arranging the silencer cabin positions and combining them with extra long exhaust cylinders to reduce noise step by step, it can filter out up to 80% of the noise during the dust collection process, preventing the dust collection noise from disturbing family members and pets. Very cool. Okay, so you get here are some of the things that are inside the packet. So you get the DJI Romo P robot, DJI Romo P base station water tank version, the Romo base station base plate, the Romo power cord, Romo decontamination cleaner. Those little tanks that they were putting into the base, the Romo antibacterial cleaning liquid, and the Romo rubber bristle roller brush. So here's we're watching the video. This is same obstacle avoidance as the drones, as you can see here. No fear of dark light environment under the bed. That's the LiDAR stuff. 200 days maintenance free for base station. You can see the self-cleaning. And then the suction, the 25,000 PA suction, dust-free suction power. Okay, so here, I guess the comparison of all the Romos. There's the DJI Romo P, which is the transparent base, which is about 1,000 USD. But like I said, it's not available in North America or Europe. This is only Asia Pacific. DJI Romo A, which is the white cover base, and the DJI Romo S. So this is like a lower tier version. So as it goes down to the A and the S, the price does go down to about 500 USD. So like I said, appearance, transparent robot, transparent base station, transparent robot on the A, white base station on the A, and then the S is white robot, white base station. So if you want the whole transparent thing, it's the DJI Romo P. And these are just the comparisons, I guess. All right. Very cool. Let me see. There was actually one more thing here on the learn more. Let me see if it is. All right, so this is the official site or the page, which gives you more of a summary of everything. But it's all in Chinese. So let me switch it to English. Let me see if it could switch it for me. There you go. So here's the rundown of everything we went over. So a lot of drone technology. Here's a nice little 360 we can check out. So a lot of drone technology in the DJI Romo, which is awesome. Not surprised that DJI would do something like that. Here's the front with the vacuum inside, and which is cool. It has like a little face in the front as it moves around. Here's the back. Kind of looks like a Mac, like one of those old Macintoshes from the 90s. Here's more detailed photos. So we can see here, perforated muffler. Here's some buttons. Obstacle avoidance system derived from flagship drones. Hybrid vision system. That's what they're calling it for the front of the vacuum. So these are the eyes as it scans around, as it cleans. Hybrid vision system. Millimeter level obstacle avoidance. So we were watching in the video see how, for instance, here are some cards, playing cards, and perhaps some toys, cables. It actually goes around these things without hitting them, which is crazy. Look at it. These are playing cards. There's some more videos of it going under the bed and using its light LED frontal light and the hybrid vision system, and then how it goes around the corners and then avoids something like a threat like that, like a string, which is crazy because it also has suction in there. So I'm guessing, how does it avoid not sucking in that string? So like I said, also very pet friendly, as it's saying in here, as they're showing a lot of pets in the imagery. Very pet friendly. I wonder how many cats are going to start hopping on this thing and riding it, like we see in all the Instagram videos. So really, really cool stuff. Anyways, if you want to check all this information out, you're going to have to go into the DJI.com website, and then you're going to have to go to you're going to have to go into change the region to Asia, and then you can see it from there. What is this? It just froze. So it's not available anywhere in the US. This is going to be or Europe. If you want to check the information, you have to switch it to Asia, any of the Asia Pacific countries, and then you can go in here and check all this out. So yeah, let me know what you guys think.
hearts racing, chasing the chills. Hey Junebug, remember those nights dancing under streetlights felt so right. You blew my mind, yeah, you stole my soul. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. Junebug cake. Give me those Junebug shake. Fireflies under Tennessee skies. Rebel hearts beating in the summer night's disguise. Broken curfews, whispers in the dark. We wrote our story, left a mark. Hey Junebug, your lap was reckless, right? Hey Junebug, your lap was reckless, right? Hey Junebug, down by the creek, your love was wild, oh made me weak. Radio blaring infectious beats. Gimme this life so sweet. Fireflies under Tennessee skies. Rebel hearts beating in the summer night's disguise. Broken curfews, whispers in the dark. We wrote our story, it's the Junebug heat. It's the Junebug heat. That Junebug